All right, so we got some news on Euphoria season 3, and if you've been watching this channel, sorry about that, but my original videos that I did watching Euphoria season 2 are all gone right now. But one of the main attractions for my channel was when I did Euphoria season 1. I think I did season 1 and I did season 2 reactions as well. And season 2 I think was better than season 1. Um and the time skip and there's a lot of emotional episodes in season 2, and I appreciated the two standalone episodes for Euphoria as well during COVID with Coleman Domingo and Zendaya. And we got some news. This is our first look at Rue in season 3, and I saw this on X, and I was very fascinated by what Sam Levinson revealed. And this season, I think is going to be very very ambitious, very different. Obviously, because they're no longer going to be in high school, but Euphoria itself is not something that needed to just be. It's an adolescence story, obviously, but there's a lot of people who aren't in this season, and I think that the main reason for why they had to change a lot because of a lot of people, the tragedy we have with Angus Cloud, as well as the character of Kat no longer being in the show. So let's read what it says here. So Euphoria fans have been waiting years, and now their prayers have been answered for season 3 to hit HBO in April. It's my birthday month, so I'm excited for that. The new episode will arrive more than 4 years after the season 2 finale. Just think, in the wait between seasons, you could have enrolled and graduated from Euphoria High. Sam Levinson's teen drama returns with a spawning cast of familiar faces and newcomers. Most of the original cast are now A-listers. Yes, most of the main cast. Zendaya, she's everywhere. She got Spider-Man Brand New Day. She's going to be in Dune Prophecy or Messiah, sorry, Dune Messiah, and then she's going to be in The Odyssey, and then she got the other movie with Ryan Pants, and then she got Euphoria season 3. She's everywhere right now. So shout out to Zendaya, and obviously Jacob Elordi became a big star. But I think Sydney Sweeney arguably is probably the most famous person that has come out of the show, the breakout, because everyone's in love with Sydney Sweeney. Coleman Domingo's good too. I bet Coleman Domingo's been acting for like a bit since like forever, and obviously people know Coleman from Fear the Walking Dead as well. Um, Alexa Demi, I haven't seen her that much, but got to see that she's coming back. Um, and yeah, so I think those other characters I'm probably forgetting, but yeah, Elordi, all these characters, yeah, are all coming back. So Levinson was on hand at an HBO Max presentation in London on Wednesday to share a sneak peek of the explosive season 3, revealing where some of the key characters have ended up 4 years on. 5 years felt like a natural place because if they'd gone to college, they'd all be out of college at that time. He explained of where the show picks up. We basically pick up Rue south of the border in Mexico, in debt to Lori, trying to come up with some very innovative ways to pay it off. So, for those of you who don't remember, season 2, and it's funny because I remember I was still working at this other job, and me and my coworkers would talk about Euphoria, and we had so many theories about who was going to die because Sam Levinson talked about there was going to be like a Romeo and Juliet ending tragedy in the end of season 2, and obviously Fez was supposed to survive, but because of the actor passing away, unfortunately, I think they had to change a couple of things, which I think that also another reason why they had to do the time skip. But um, Rue, I remember she was going to kill herself by the end of season 2 and never pay off the drug dealer, which I thought was going to be something that they were going to like not address because season 2 had like the perfect ending for Euphoria. So I didn't even think a season 3 was going to be premiering. So I thought that was going to be like left ambiguous. So they are addressing it, and 4 years, 4 year time skip, and she still hasn't paid the girl back. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that go. And because Rue at the end of season 2 was very optimistic, and you're hopeful for her future. Hopefully, moving on from Hunter Schafer's character, Jules, because that was a toxic relationship. And also, I'm kind of mad that What's his name? That played Elliot. I don't think his character's coming back for season 3, but he was a good character too. I think him and Hunter Schafer started dating in real life, but yeah, I thought him and Zendaya had a really good chemistry as well. But I'm like, dang, they're really gonna like pay it. You're gonna continue that story. Um, but I'm happy to see it. We'll see. I also was hoping to see more Coleman Domingo and Rue return and talk. But and also they got to address the photograph with Nate's father because there's a third child, and I remember all these theories, people thinking that it was Ashtray or someone else, but there's another kid in that picture, and I hope that they address it in season 3 because at this point I think his dad is still in jail. I would assume from the endings of season 2. And then Cassie, Sydney Sweeney, is living in the suburbs with Nate, Lori. Uh, they're engaged, and she's very addicted to social media and envious of what appears to be the big uh, lives that all of her high school classmates are living at this point in time. Now, this is something that got a little bit of controversy on X. They said that Cassie's character has an OnlyFans in season 3, and I think Sam Levinson, I think he's combining certain stories. I think that storyline was meant to go to Kat's character because she was doing like the cam stuff in season 1. And a lot of people were like, wow, he's such a creep and this and that. And I get it. But it's kind of realistic considering Cassie's character she's someone that loves attention, loves the spotlight, has daddy issues, seeks um, love and affection from other people, and she likes to be looked at as in a certain way. So it doesn't surprise me. Um, that's something that's gonna be interesting. And he said right here, he said he promised, I feel strongly that this is our best season yet. I mean, we'll see because The Idol, which Sam Levinson also did, was absolute garbage. The music was great, but he did, and the cinematography was good too. But that show was horrible. The Weeknd can't act for his life. So we'll see how season 3 is for Euphoria. And he says, I will say that Cassie and Nate do in fact get married. I'm confirming it, and I promise that it will be an unforgettable night. And I hope what's his name? Labyrinth comes back as the composer too. We'll see. Or maybe I think I heard that Hans Zimmer was gonna come do some music, but we'll see. Levinson also shared that Jules, aka Hunter Schafer, is in art school, very nervous about having a career as a painter and trying to avoid responsibility at all costs. And Maddie, Alexa Demi, is working in Hollywood at a talent agency for a manager. Obviously, because the show takes place in, I want to say LA or Santa Barbara, some place in California. Definitely in the because woke area of America. Trust me, I if you've seen Euphoria, you know it definitely has that flavor for sure. Um, I like that for Alex. Some people wanted her to get with the Sydney Sweeney's ex from season 1. I'm like, I didn't really see it, but whatever. Uh, and she's obviously got her own side hustles going. Um, so that's something I could see Maddie doing. She's very Jesus Christ. She's such a toxic person, but that's because of Nate most of the time. And I could see her being like this feminist, independent boss babe girl who hustles and gets her money, doesn't really rely on no man, and because of her heartbreak from Nate, that she's kind of forcing herself to be independent and not feel love again. So I could see that being the case for Maddie's character. Lexi, which I didn't think she was gonna come back, but yeah, she's come back. Lexi is an assistant to a showrunner played by Sharon Stone, who is just absolutely delightful and a true icon. I find that interesting that there's no mention of Fez, because Fez and Lexi definitely had a thing in season 2. Um, so we'll see how if they'll show a homage of her visiting his grave and Ashtray, who died in season 2 as well. Spoiler alert. I mean, if you're watching anyway. But yeah. Um, yeah, a lot of people were not in this season. Joining Stone in Euphoria for the first time is Rosella. There's yeah, all these names, a lot of names here. Uh, Ali Smith, that was and Storm Reed. It's not coming back for the season, which is kind of crazy. And recipes, Angus Cloud. Fez was one of my favorite characters in the show. I really liked Fez. Fez, I liked Ali, played by Coleman Domingo. Obviously, Rue. Nate is a really underrated character, and I'm happy to see Jacob Elordi get some recognition. He was in Elvis. I think he was in the Elvis movie. Um, and he was in the new Guillermo del Toro movie with as Frankenstein. So good to see these actors get their, you know, their shine, and they're getting a lot of opportunities now. But yeah, that's basically it. Nothing too crazy. I can't wait to see the first trailer for season 3. Before I'm definitely gonna try to do a reaction to that as soon as I can. Ooh. Um, you guys have any theories? Anything that you have that's speculating? And so yeah, it's basically 4-year time skip. So around the same time that like kind of a little bit of real time, and now they're adults. So the whole these are teenagers. Like this guy has a fetish for teenagers. All that stuff can just go away now because they're all adults right now. I'm curious if Rue's mom's gonna come back because she had some good scenes in season 2 as well. And that girl Chloe Cherry who played she's a real porn star, but she plays like the girl with the big lips. Season 2, but I can't really recall what else. I mean, I think Eric Dane from Grey's Anatomy. I think he's supposed to be coming back. But yeah, there's a couple, loose thing. I don't know how long this show's gonna go last. I think everyone kind of has like moved on from Euphoria at this point. Um, and don't get me wrong, I love the show. I really appreciate the show. But also I found that not to get too conspiracy theorist, but the fact that Sam Levinson made Maddie, no, sorry, Cassie, creating OnlyFans, and the fact that he's someone that is, them boys, and they own a percentage of OnlyFans or free cams. That I just found that hilarious. Uh, for those of you who know, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and also I was gonna say this too. Thank God I remembered that Drake needs to have an appearance in the show. People don't give Drake enough credit because he's an executive producer, and I think that his inspiration from Degrassi. This is like obviously a very more mature, darker version of Degrassi. So, um, I hope that Drake can have like an appearance because he's a great actor. I give him his props, and I hope he comes in and he could be a good, cool character in the show one day. But we shall see. So, let me know your thoughts. Be sure to subscribe and hit the like this video, and see you guys next time.